Hello, my amazing friends, family, colleagues, followers on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Guys, I want to encourage you, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment below. If you're watching this on Facebook, live with me today, the 3rd of February, not the February, the 3rd of January, 2023. I'm jumping the gun a whole month already. Wow, you can tell how much plans I have. Just wanting to blaze through things, right? Thank you guys for joining. I'm here at Local Expert Studio in Toronto, Canada. Our new office is off of Yonge Street. Be sure to hit me up with a message if you'd like to come in and have a one-on-one consulting with me, or if you're joining from anywhere in the world, we can do business consulting strategy calls via Zoom. Today, I promise you from yesterday's video, I promised you today that I'll be covering how to go from an entrepreneur, from an employee to an entrepreneur. How to go from an employee to an entrepreneur. I'll be sharing 5 steps how to do this. So I make some notes on my computer. I'll be looking down so I don't miss it. Starting your own business can be rewarding and a challenging experience. No doubt, rewarding yet challenging. It's important to be thoughtful and prepared as you make the transition from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And in other words, going from an employee to an employer. I mean, going from the worker to being the boss. Big jump, big leap of faith, big change in roles and responsibility and expectations and discipline. So many hats to wear as an entrepreneur. I'm not scaring you guys, I'm just covering what you need. This is why I'm here. As the statistic says, most businesses fail in the first 3 years. Yes, but those entrepreneurs that fail in their first business or second business become massive success on their 3rd, 4th, 5th business, 3rd, 4th, 5th year in business, guys. So it's nothing to be scared of. Yesterday I covered all the 7 fears. 7 fears people have when they want to start a new business. And so today I'm going to help you with things to consider. I'm not saying quit your job. Disclaimer, big disclaimer. Listen to this, please. I'm not saying for you to quit your job today and then go rent an office and then go and start having an idea and a business plan and think about who's going to work with you and where you're going to get the money from and how you're going to market and promote this business. I'm not saying to do that now. You may be considering to have your own business. You may be considering to leave your job and start the business of your dream, of your desire, something you always wanted to do. And I'm glad you're thinking about this. This is amazing. I believe that everybody should be doing what they're most passionate about. If you have an amazing career and you're fulfilled at your workplace and you have a great work-life balance and it works for you, amazing. My message is for the people who are underemployed. You're doing all you can do underneath a big corporation or a small business, and you're not being recognized. You're not being recognized in terms of words, in terms of finances, in terms of getting that promotion. If people are coming from behind, around you and getting promoted, it's time for you to move. Either move to a new workplace where you can earn more money, or start thinking about starting your own business. Start thinking about starting your own business. So this is where I want to put it in perspective, guys. This is for me to help you start thinking, about starting your own business and how to transition. I'm not saying quit cold turkey. Do not quit your job right away, because you need to still pay your bills. You need to still survive, okay? So my general, for everybody, when we have a consulting call, I'll share my opinion on the best strategy for you to transition from your job to your passion job or your own business. But right now, I'm just gonna cover the things that you should think about before you even start your own company or your own business. So thank you guys for watching. I have Angel, and I have my dear friend Kanji from Uganda. Kanji is an amazing friend. He's been following me on YouTube for many years now, commented on many of my videos. I went to Uganda for some humanitarian volunteer work, and I've met him in person when I went to visit Uganda. So it's in Kampala. Amazing experience. I'm so honored. You also came to the university that I was speaking at. You're amazing, my friend. I know now you're in Qatar working, so you were a great testament of how somebody can follow me on YouTube and still have success along the way. And now your intention is to come and work in Canada, and we're gonna help you through my partner, through our immigration consulting company, to help you come and work in Canada or study. Sorry guys, I have a little bit of a sniffers, so you can't catch anything from me over the phone, so we're okay. And I can't leave right now. So let's cover the things you need to consider, 5 things you need to consider when transitioning from an employee to an entrepreneur. So number one I have on my notes, identify your business idea. Okay, so of a billion things you can do on this planet, identify your business idea. Take some time to think about what kind of business you want to start. What are you passionate about? If you can have a business that's in line with what you're passionate about, then that's phenomenal. You don't have to be working hard. You're gonna be happy. I'm passionate about marketing and promoting other people, and book publishing, promoting my authors, and sales, and real estate, and mindset, and training. And this is what I'm doing, and helping other people have a better life. And you'll find me doing that right now. I'm very happy doing it. So I do it if I get paid or don't get paid. Turns out I get paid a lot, so it's exciting. So I want to help more people transition. What skills do you have? So write down all the skills you've accumulated over time, and say something that's not easily available to that other people have. This will give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Consider what products or services you can offer. So in business, you can have a product or a service. No matter what it is, it's always a product or a service. Consulting is a service. If I'm selling a coaching package, it's a service. If I'm selling you this bottle, then it's a product. So it's simple. You either do a product or a service. Product-based businesses tend to need more of a capital, because you have to manufacture, you have to have physical products to sell. Service-based businesses are actually very efficient. They're very easy to start, low startup. This is in general terms. It could be a cleaning service where you need a lot vehicles and vacuum. But as new entrepreneurs, I would like to recommend service-based businesses, as they are very lean to start, and they can be done online. Indira is joining, my great family friend in Guyana. Thanks for watching. I'm talking about how to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur today. And the very last thing under identify your business idea would be to figure out who your target market will be. Don't tell me, hey Ray, I'm going to be selling to everyone. You have to know a particular age group, or male or female, or if you're doing business to business, is it small business, is it medium-sized business, is it large enterprises, is it Fortune 500 business, is it public companies? You have to know who your desired market will be. Who are the people that's going to buy your product or service? So have a good idea. So that was number one, identify your business idea, and I give a few points to consider when doing that. Number two, create a business plan. Create a business plan. So creating a business plan don't have to be hiring a CPA or accountant and spinning out 60 or 100 sheets of paper, guys. It could be a 2-page, 3 pages notes written. My great friend Zabir Ali, one of the amazing young entrepreneurs in Guyana, is joining. This guy have an auto sale, he have a construction company, he's helping young people in our community, he's an employer, he's doing amazing things for our community. Great friend, he's Canadian, he's Guyanese, and he's doing amazing things in our country. I appreciate you watching, my friend. Thanks for watching. I'll be visiting Guyana soon. So number two on how to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur is create a business plan. A business plan serves as a roadmap that outlines your goals, target market, and strategy for achieving success. So this is your operational manual. A business plan is just not to show some investors to get investment, but it's also to keep you on grounded, and so you don't get lost on what your business is all about, right? I love logos. Creating logos for your company are great. People identify with logos, and it keeps you grounded too. Carwin is watching. Keep on the good work, my great fan. You were in Toronto. You didn't say bye. I see you went down to Guyana very quickly in a rush. I look forward to seeing you soon. So creating a business plan, it will help you stay focused and organized as you start your business. Number three, build a team. Build a team. You can't do it. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to get it done fast, do it yourself. You can have you can have a small bit done, but fast. But the rest of the proverb is, Joseph is watching, great businessman in New York. Thanks for watching, my friend. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Great businessman, amazing family. Do you have 2 kids or 3 kids now? I just saw a picture. I'm like, damn, you are performing. Joseph, I'm talking to you. Build a team. You don't have to go it alone, guys. If you want to build a big company, a large corporation, you never see a large corporation have one person. You probably hear about the CEO. You probably hear about Elon Musk, but he has several big corporation and hundreds, if not thousands, of employees in them, right? As you start your business, think about who you might want to bring on board to help you. This could include employees, freelancers, or advisors. Employees, freelancers, or advisors. Freelancers could also be subcontractors. Many of my businesses I run through subcontracting. In the trucking industry, it's also subcontracting. I get the contract, I got another truck with another driver, somebody to cover that contract. I make a small percentage. It's all good, right? So most industry, you don't have to own everything. You don't have to own a truck to have a trucking company. Also, you don't have to have a contract to own a trucking company, right? You can have your truck and somebody else have a contract, and then you subcontract through them, and everybody's happy. There's a piece of the pie for everyone, making money along the way. So being in business is quite awesome. Number 4, find funding. Find funding. If you're taking notes, I'll repeat all of these steps for you after I get the last one. Find funding. Starting a business often requires some financial investment. Okay? Some financial investment. It will depend. If it's a product-based business, it's going to be a lot of intellectual property coming up with a design, protecting your copywriting, getting patents on your products, getting fulfillment done. Where's it going to be manufactured? How it's going to get supply chain get to where you want it to go. E-commerce, if you're going to do direct to consumer, or if you're going to be wholesaling, then you have to get in the get to large distribution center and large cooperation. So product businesses are quite interesting. I love watching Shark Tank, and you'd have an idea. Sometimes the entrepreneur goes on Shark Tank for an investment, and the shark said, "Hey, how much you guys have? How much you spend so far?" And they'll be like, $2 million, and the sharks will be like, "Why did you spend so much money?" And so you really, guys, what I'm emphasizing is that if you have an idea, share it with the right people. Okay, I'm making myself available for you to have a consulting call with me at a reasonable rate. It's not free. However, it's 100% guarantee. At the end of the call, you're like, "Raymond, I'm not satisfied with the advice or the content or the time I spent with you." Then you'll have all of your money back to you. So that's how confident I am in offering my services to you. First, you have to show me that you will bet on yourself. Betting on yourself is going that extra mile. If you want to step out on a cliff and start a new company, a new business, create a new product, a new service, you better be able to get advice from a self-made entrepreneur. And if you're saying, why self-made, you have to watch yesterday's video where I cover that, right? You'll find the replay on YouTube, or you can ask me for the link, or it's on Facebook. These videos that I'm doing live on Facebook will not stay up forever. I'm going to move them off, guys. And I have different intentions. I am also serving you, giving you content, giving you information, but I'm also writing a book on this stuff. So while writing my book, I'm also sharing it with you guys in real time. So thanks for your feedback and your questions. We're on number 4, find funding. Starting a business often requires some financial investment. Consider options for funding such as loans, grants, or investors. So you don't have to have all the money to start a business. I covered this yesterday also. You don't have to have all the money to start a business, right? You may be the genius with an idea. You may be great at sales. You may be great at marketing. You be great at operating a business, like more of a manager, or operator. Make sure everything flows. Um, uh, Make sure there's smooth operations on a day-to-day basis. You may be the visionary of a company. You may be the CEO. You may be a board of director. You may be the chairman. So there's different hats in a corporation, guys, in a business. So you want to start when you start your business, you want to start with the end in mind. Every time I start a business, an idea, also write my exit strategy. Why exit strategy? Because my business could be, I want to know the value of my business and what I'm building. So when you build a business, I'm getting a little slight off track, but I want to share this with you right now. When you build a business, you build for yourself a job. First of all, you get employed by your business, so you need to pay yourself to survive anyways. But instead of paying yourself salary, you can pay yourself dividends. It's just another way to get paid without paying much taxes, guys. So having a business allows you to have a lower rate of tax as compared to being an employee. That's why you ever like, how come these business people have that kind of life? They have a new car all the time. It's a leased car most time. You don't have to own the vehicle. If it's a business deduction, employees, you pay tax on your paycheck before you get your paycheck. Your employer actually have to send it to the CRA if you're in Canada, or the IRS if you're in the US, or whichever country you're in. Your taxes are withheld. The government don't trust employees to pay their taxes at the end of the year, or the end of the financial year. So your employer takes the taxes from you and pay to the government. Now, when you are a business owner, you're being taxed as a business or a corporation. Then you get to take expenses off of your operating expenses. So a car for business purpose, and this differs from industry to industry. Sometimes it's not 100% deduction. Sometimes it's a percentage of a deduction. So I'm not trying to lead you astray. Generally speaking, in accounting terms, generally speaking, I'm not an accountant, you'll be able to pay your lease payment from your company to the car dealership, pay your insurance to the insurance dealer, the insurance company, pay your gas, and then you tally up what's left in profits, which is your net money that you got from your company, not your gross. So corporation pays taxes on their net. What's left after expenses, you pay a percentage of tax. There's ways to defer your taxes if you invest in certain vehicles, like real estate is a great one that allows you to defer your taxes. So if you have a great cash flowing business, instead of renting your office space, you may want your business now to buy that property. And now you're paying zero taxes, and you're actually building equity in terms of real estate equity in your portfolio of a business portfolio, making your business much more valuable, having real estate attached to your business, and you're building equity in your business as a corporation. A corporation is seen by the tax company, by the banks, as an entity on its own. A corporation, it's its own entity. Local experts group, that's its own entity. Raymond Harlall, it's its own entity. Raymond Harlall International, a corporation, it's its own entity. So I can have unlimited number of corporation, which are entities, which are given their own tax ID. So each entity have their own tax ID, which are basically their own, their own standalone cooperation entity, individual, for lack of better words, right? Number 5, launch your business. Sorry, I didn't, funding, start, yeah, I didn't cover all of the funding points I have. Find funding, start your business require financial investment. Consider options for funding such as loans, grants, or investors. Loan, grants, or investors, right? You don't have to have all the money to start. There's different ways to come up with the funding. There's, I know Guyana have if you're watching from Guyana, the government has, I think, there's a 500,000 Guyana dollar, which is about 2,500 US in funding for small businesses. Most in North America, the federal government, the state level or the province level, and even the city level or non-profits have grants available to entrepreneurs, especially if it's female youths in a certain age group. So there's lots and lots of funding opportunity available. You just have to know. You just have to research, make calls. It costs you. Fundings are great. When you hear grant means you don't have to pay it back. Grant means there's no interest on it. So if you get a grant for 100,000, that's like 110,000 per year in the first year, because you don't have to pay it back with interest, right? Number 5, launch your business. The final step, number 5, is to launch your business. Once you have a solid plan in place, it's time to bring your business to life. Boom. This might involve setting up a website, creating marketing materials, and establishing partnership, and have an office. So I want to let you guys know, we have a large office here in Toronto. If you'd like to start a business, if you're living anywhere in the world, you want to have a business, a home Canadian office, we have option available for you to register your office in one of our additional office. We have many spaces available, so you can have a space, a virtual space actually, for your office. If you're a local Canadian entrepreneur and you'd like to have an actual office that you can come in, bring your clients in and meet clients and share an office space with us, that option is available for you guys. You have to reach out to me. And we'll see what option works best for you. So you can have be from anywhere in the world and have a Yonge Street, guys, Yonge Street, FYI, longest street in the world. Look up Yonge Street, YONGE Street, Toronto. The longest street in the world. Starts all the way at Lake Ontario, the southmost part of Toronto, go all the way north through Richmond Hill, through Aurora, and kind of makes its way up an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours north of Toronto. So we're on one of the most popular, famous street in the world, Yonge Street. And if you'd like a Yonge Street address for your business, I'd be happy to help. We have different packages for you depending if you'll be using the office or you want a virtual office. And you can be in any part of the world. We also help you set up entities. Depending, tomorrow I'll be excuse me. Tomorrow I'll be going over the 5 ways to form a business, the 5 ways to get registered with the government as a business. And there's different ways, and you have to know which are best for whatever services that you'll be offering. And I'll just mention a few now because you're watching. I'll go more in details on them tomorrow. They're nonprofits, cooperations, partnerships, sole proprietorship, cooperative, and there's different reasons to have each of these entities. There's depending on what kind of business you're carrying out. If you're joining today, guys, I covered the 5, and I'm going to repeat them for you if you're making notes. The 5 steps how to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur. And I'll cover them again. Number 1, identify your business idea. Number 2, create a business plan. Number 3, build a team. Number 4, find funding. Number 5, launch your business. Again, identify your business idea, create a business plan, build a team, find funding, launch your business. Remember, starting a business can look a lot, can be a lot of work, but it can also be a very rewarding experience. Don't be afraid to seek help and advice from others as you take this exciting step. Thanks for watching. I got Christina watching. Hey, if you're now joining, I'm just about wrapping up. You could come back in and watch the whole thing. Today I talk about how to transition from an employee to an entrepreneur, and I cover 5 steps, general step you can use to use when considering. Remember, I have a few disclaimers. Don't just leave your job and say, I'm gonna start a business tomorrow. You may not know what you're doing, or your family gonna go bankrupt, and if you have people that you need your support, financial support, what I tell my clients is, young people, some people don't have a job, and they tell me, Ray, I'm never gonna work for no one. And they're unemployed and broke, and that's stupid. At that point, I say, go get a job. Go get any job. Go get 2 jobs. Go get 3 jobs. Go drive Uber. Go work minimum wage in a factory. Don't matter. Don't matter. If you're broke, you're unemployed, get a job. Now, when you have a job, you're stabilized. You're paying your bills, your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, your grocery, your phone, your internet. All these things cost money to survive. No job's not gonna cut it. If you have a lot of money saved up, or you're a trust fund child and you have a lot of money, then great. You don't have to work, but then get a consultant that will work with you to make sure you don't blow your money out chasing some random idea, and it's not proven and tested, or you haven't done the 5 steps that I covered today. Yesterday I covered 7 fears that people have when wanting to start their own business. Today I cover 5 things to consider when going from an entrepreneur, from an employee to an entrepreneur, when wanting to become an entrepreneur, or a business owner, or having a side gig, a side business. If you're an Uber driver, a taxi driver, that's a business. If you have a property on Airbnb, that's a business. If you have a vehicle and you're renting it out on this online platform called Toro, that's a business. Okay, guys? You want to set yourself up properly, because when year end comes, for taxes, you want to have a different Schedule C. If you're in the US, or if you're in Canada, you want to file a different tax for your business from your personal. Sometimes, and tomorrow I'll be covering when it's great to have your business be a sole proprietorship, when it's best to have your business be on its own. Sole proprietorship means it's like you're self-employed. you have a job, a regular job, and you have a side gig, you put the money together. There's times when it's beneficial to still be small. Well, not to be small, to have it small. There's times when it's beneficial to have it stand alone. There's times when it's beneficial to have partnerships. So join me tomorrow, and I'll be covering those topics for you. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comments here on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, leave your comments below, share this content with somebody. I'm giving it freely right now on these platforms, so go ahead and make use of that. If you'd like to have a consulting session with me on your idea for a business that you have, for something that you want to do, that you're passionate about, and how to set it up, how to name it, how to structure it, use our address here in Toronto, or whatever it is, go ahead and give me a message, and we can set up a strategy session where I'll look at what you have. I'll recommend some of the things that I've been sharing on these videos. And don't just watch the video alone. If you're serious to get this started, get a conversation going with me. You can get there faster and quicker, okay? Don't waste any more time. Time is of the essence, right? Time is money. The faster you get operational, the faster your business makes money, the faster you start building equity, the faster you start building business credit. So many amazing things, guys. And so, as you can tell, I'm very excited about this. And most importantly, helping you guys live your dreams and be financially free. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you.